So a couple of weeks ago, my PC decided it was a good idea to just explode. I don't know why, but it just decided it was too tired. I then realized it was most likely fried, mobile slash CPU. I have no idea. So I had to buy a new, basically everything, at that point because it was just too old. So that's exactly what I did. In this video, I'll show you what happened, my parts, the price, and my mistakes. Because I did a massive mistake. Alright, let's start. For my parts, I chose a Ryzen 5 5500 for my CPU. I watched a lot of PC building videos and realized that it was pretty good. 6 cores and 12 threads CPU for budget, coming in at $108.99 Canadian. All the prices will be Canadian also. For RAM, I chose a stick of dual 8GB sticks of 3200 MHz DDR4 from SP. It was the cheapest set at $52.99, and it was a really good specs. I stole the storage from my last PC, and it worked, I guess. 1TB HDD, 256GB SATA SSD, and for Windows it's okay. I'm planning on upgrading M.2 later down the road. For the mobile, I chose an ASRock B450 M Pro 4 for $100 and an Asus Prime B450 Wi-Fi 2 for $110. That is really important, and I'll show why later. The case is the Deepcool Matrix 50. I went for it because it's cheap. It costs $104.99. Comes with glass, and as an added bonus, I didn't have to account for the power supply basement and HDD bay. It also came with pre-installed fans, so it was extra labor that I didn't have to do, and it came already done. For my CPU cooler, it's the Master Cooler Hyper 212 Halo Black. It's good and cools the 5500 really well. It never got over 80 degrees Celsius, and it's around $50. And for the power supply, it's gonna be the Gigabyte P650G. I was thinking about another PSU, but they didn't have it, so I picked this one instead. It's C tier on the PSU tier list, and it's 650 watts, which is plentiful for my build. Plus, I don't think I ever heard about it, so I was kind of skeptical at first, but then when I realized it was a C tier, it was fine. It also came at $112.99. Finally, for the pièce de resistance, the GPU, the RX 6600 is really good for 1080p 60 FPS on any modern game, as long as you have frame gen on. But on the other lighter titles, it also gets a lot of FPS. That's good because I play those games a lot, frequently. And it was $229.99. An honorable mention is the monitor. It's a Samsung G7 LS2702EA&XGO. It's good for 1080p, 180Hz, IPS, and like every other monitor, it does not make sense, the name. I've never understood it. But I wanted an OLED 1080p, but they didn't have. I learned that today when I was writing the script that they didn't have that. Monitor was around $200. I don't have any footage of the building process because I realized soon enough that building whilst holding a tablet wasn't really easy. So I gave up, but I can tell you what happened. I do have footage, however, of me building it on top of the box, and that I can show you. First of all, I plugged in the power supply and touched it to get rid of electrostatic discharge. I then put it aside. I then put the motherboard down and opened the latch to put the CPU inside and put it back down. Then I realized that I should put it on the box, so I did. Then I tried to unscrew the screws, but then I started looking for the manual to figure out where is the dual channel RAM slots. I couldn't figure it out, so I resorted to put it in the same slots that are usually the right ones, so the second and the fourth one. I then slotted it in tightly. I then started to act stupid because I put the cooler with screws on the screws. Then I gave up to unscrew the block, and I just went for trying to turn it without the case on. So I plugged in all of the cables, and then it worked. The fans of the GPU spun and the CPU got hot, so I closed it.
Oh my god.
I then put it in the case, but I lost a lot of screws and got them back. Then I put it in and plugged it in. It yada yada, and then it didn't work. I tried everything, plus the CPU wouldn't budge out of the socket. I have no idea why. I then asked my grandpa for help. He then finally figured out that I messed up the motherboards, so I messed up the motherboard while trying to take out the little brackets on there. So I had to pull out of pocket $100 for a new motherboard. The Asus one was the first one I broke. So I needed to lose money because I messed up. That was sad. I also got back the CPU. I still don't know how he got that. So my issues aren't done yet. My PC audio was lagging. So basically what it would do is that it would stop, and then afterwards it would continue on. But it would continue from the spot where it stopped. So my video didn't stop. So that would mean that the audio would shift a little. I then realized I just needed to reinstall Windows, which was a simple fix. Still don't know what it was, the problem. I don't think it was bad drivers. I think control panel said it was fine. My PC's performance is really good for what I do. It gets 60 FPS on Forza Horizon 5 high preset, 180 FPS on CS2 medium, 180 on Geometry Dash, 60 FPS max settings on Security Breach, 60 FPS on War Thunder, cinema mode or something. So the performance is really good for what I do. My plans for the future with this computer is to only upgrade whenever I can't play some games or I want to play more intensive games, which since I have this new build right here, I plan on doing right now. So yeah, that's it. Hope you learn not to be stupid with computers like I was. I honestly thought it was gonna work because I saw so many people handle motherboards wrong, like a lot of times, and I thought it was gonna be fine. But now it just doesn't work. And I was like, what? How are they not like breaking their motherboards? Hope you enjoyed this different type of videos. If you think I should do more tech, I can just tell me by subscribing, liking, or commenting. Have a good day and see you later.